Great. Right when I go to start, I have a cough. Hi, this is Norma Cowie once more with a Sunday thought. Thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate that. Well, here we are right before Christmas. Luckily, Sundays don't get affected by Christmas too much. I've got my dates here. Unfortunately, I will not be having my Norma talks on the next two Wednesdays because it's Christmas Day and New Year's Day. But tomorrow, Monday night, mental mind treatments will go ahead as it will every Monday. And again, next Sunday on Sunday Thought. When I was younger and had two kids and a husband, the lead up to Christmas was always incredibly busy. I would start buying presents, probably me being me, months ahead. But it was always that last minute rush, that last minute to do this, that, or the other. And it always was a bit of a frantic time. And as the children grew up and got older, it wasn't probably as frantic. But if you're the woman of the household, which I was, there's the big dinner. No matter what, you've got Christmas Day, you've got New Year's Day, and who knows what else you're going to be entertaining or anything else during the time. So it's a busy, busy time. And yet at the same time, there is often always things that have to be, that you need to attend to, you need to go to. You may be religious in the sense of also fitting in church services or a gathering or whatever. So I just used to find it like almost exhausting because most of those years I was working full time, as well as doing everything else extra, teaching at night and, life. And so it was like very, very tiring Christmas. I was almost glad on Boxing Day, we used to go visiting. I don't know where that came or why we started that, but we would just get in the car and go visit all the people we knew, it seemed, where we would have extra goodies that I didn't have to bake or have anything to do with except eat. But those years are long gone now. But I always have a little bit of empathy for the mothers that are going to be putting all this together in the next couple of days. The busyness of it, the shopping, the getting the presents ready, and if Santa Claus comes, there's going to be the Santa Claus part. But, that's part of what Christmas is about. Now, we had one little bit of snow here one day, but I don't think anything is going to be coming in the next while. I also haven't gone out and looked at the lights yet. The lights here in this town are usually really, really, really nice. So that's something I'm going to have to do, is go out one night and do a drive through and look at the lights. My friend who would normally come with me to do that, she is on her way for a little holiday down in Mexico. So when I say on her way, she's taken quite a journey to get there. So all things are going. This is an organizational time. How do you do with your time? Where do you go? What do you do? Where you're having Christmas dinner? Who with, etc. I'm lucky. I have a friend that traditionally has put on a Christmas dinners for a group of us. And so I just have to get myself there, basically. But in the meantime, what does this time of the year mean? Normally, over the years, because I was very involved with a metaphysical center, I used to make a Christmas story. Last year, I read one of the Christmas stories. This year, I sat down to do something and I got it half written. I wrote out a new story, totally different, nothing like I'd ever done before. And I just want to sort of paraphrase a little bit of that story, is that it was about a little boy who was sitting on his front steps, really, really upset. His dad was out of work. His mom was busy. And I think I had her as being not very well. And he was sort of sitting there, just as kids do sometimes, on the front step, life isn't very good, when this older man walks by and stops and talks to him. Asks him, what does he want for Christmas? Well, he wants a big red truck, but she knew he wasn't going to be able to get. And the man talks to him about the magic of Christmas. And that if he looks inside of himself, into his heart, basically, if he looks into his heart, there is a little light. And that little light you can see in other people, and it's magic. And so this older man standing there at the end, sort of talking to this little boy, talks about the magic of this time of the year and the magic that we have inside of ourselves. And so they have this little conversation, and then the old man sort of goes on his way, and the little boy sits up, goes inside, and says, "Hey, Mom, guess what? We're magical. We can create magic, and we have it right here." And he touches his heart, and he says, "We have the ability to be able to be magical. So what say we get magical this Christmas?" I know there's no presents under the tree, and I know that you're not feeling well, and I know Dad hasn't got a job, but let's be magical. Let's imagine all the wonderful things that could happen. I didn't I didn't complete that story like in typing it out or anything. But I want you to really recognize that we do have a magical component inside of us. I have talked about how sometimes in my life miracles have happened. And that is based on belief, not definitely even saying this is what I want. It's just the belief that magic can happen. Wonderful things can happen. All these magical elements, if we believe. Nothing like a child believing. The belief in a child, like, wow, that we have magic inside. Right in our hearts, there is a magic little element. But actually, it's in our minds that follow into our hearts. When we have a mind-heart connection, we have creation. And it's about being able to understand and be able to enjoy all the different aspects for when things do not go right. I don't know anybody's life that's perfect all the time. We all have obstacles, because how do we know the strength of ourselves if we do not get tested at times? How do we know the strength or the depth of our belief system? How do we know where our little cracks are if they're not reflected back to us? But we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to be able to have and create magic, to be able to believe that the very best that we want can happen without fail. Without fail. I like to think the little boy got his big truck. Who knows where? Maybe somebody else gave it to him. We do not know where things come from sometimes. And it's very easy to get isolated. It's very easy to feel nobody really cares. People get busy, especially at this time of the year. Everyone's busy doing whatever. And then all of a sudden you realize people do care, or are saying, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, etc. I haven't been out much lately, just getting some other things done, recuperating from being busy, I think. But it's like when I go out yes, there's always crowds and it's busy and, but that's life too. And thank goodness it isn't snowing yet here. So it's not so hard to move around and, drive on the roads and things like that. But I want you to take a moment during the next few days. Just take a moment and remember you are magical. You can create. You can create magic. And that is through your love that's in your heart. That is because the possibility that's in your mind. And just let the thought go on out there with a blessing, with a thank you, with this would be nice. Maybe it's for somebody else. Maybe it's for yourself. It doesn't matter. The idea is to come back into that sense of peace. There's a saying of peace upon men. Men being generic for human or man or whatever. Peace passes understanding. We have that ability to remember that we are powerful in our love. We are powerful in the sense of how we do things and how we go. This is a busy time. A lot of people are on the road going here and there in the next few days, and so just be aware of being safe. Now, I always, and I taught my children this when they were little, even little, is what we used to call the white bubble around the car, around yourself, when you're going into an uncertain place, to bubble yourself in white light. That's an old practice, but it can work. Many things have happened, yes, but it's like mostly, excuse me, we can go from here to there safely. We can be there. We can enjoy. We can allow the light, because Christmas is about light. The date was apparently not the correct date, but it doesn't matter. Whatever we choose to make it to be the day that we want to work on. So you guys out there that are listening, that support me, that subscribe, send me comments, etc., which I sincerely appreciate. I want you to have a most wonderful Christmas, whether it's by yourself, with family, with friends. Just relax, enjoy, and recognize this is a time for you to contemplate and also to plan. Now, I will be talking again next Sunday, and unfortunately no Wednesdays for the next 2 Wednesdays, talking about what are you projecting for yourself? Where do you want to go? What do you want to create? What do you want to become? What do you want to do? Because there are steps you can take to make that much more real, much more easier. In the meantime, many blessings to everybody. Happy holidays. Enjoy. And I just want to take a moment to see all the people, well, several of you who've written in. Yvonne, thank you very much, and happy holidays to you. Karen B., wonderful Sunday morning to you. Thank you. Khalid, so you've got lots of different comments, Khalid, so I'll just write. Yeah, I like this one because it's saying your videos are so helpful, and you're nice and a great personality. That's wonderful. Well, thank you very, very much. And then he always sends me long life, happiness, stay safe and happy, for sure. And I am so excited and glad with your videos, and enjoy. And then Karen B says, Merry magical Christmas, everyone. Yes, magical Christmas. Create magic, please, from the heart. Put the two together and watch the miracles happen. Blessings. Bye now.